Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to be doing a little demo of the Life Straw. This is an interesting little filtration system. I have one here I'm going to be using for a demo. This one came from that Lansky survival type kit, the backpack with all the stuff in it, which I'm going to do a review in a little bit. I've been kind of testing each thing individually, so it's going to take a little while for that one, only because there's so many things in there to actually try out and test. But this one is still in the package, so this is how you're going to receive it if you're just buying these from any kind of like online retailer that sells emergency stuff or outdoor gear. The whole idea behind these is to filter water that you don't know. Strange water that may have, different types of bacteria in it. They may be harmful to you. Survival situations, or I suppose when the world ends, if you're really into that stuff, the world ending. Water is going to be probably your biggest issue ever. A lot of people focus on food, they focus on ammo. Everyone forgets that without water, we're screwed. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So some people like to store water in big tubs. They put chemicals in it to try to preserve it so nothing bad happens to it. There's no bacteria that grows or whatever. But the biggest investment you could possibly do is some kind of water filtration system. Most people in rural areas have access to different types of water, but you still need to have it cleaned, either by boiling it or by filtering it, something like this. If you're in an urban environment, your situation's a little bit different with water. It might be harder to actually even access it to begin with, but out in the woods, we got plenty of lakes, ponds everywhere. When it rains, you can collect this, stuff like that. So I want to read the instructions on the front here, just so you get an idea of what this is actually doing for you as far as filtering, because there's all different systems and they filter through all different types, or all different levels of filtering. The one big thing, it doesn't say in this package, but it's a very important thing to know, is that something like this, well, it does say it filters down to 0.2 microns, but a lot of chemicals and a lot of really bad things for you can still be smaller than that, so it will not filter those. Pretty basic, straightforward stuff. You don't want to be drinking water next to a road, next to any kind of industrial situation. You don't want to be drinking from streams and ponds and stagnant water that you see animals taking dumps in and taking a leak in. So these are certain things you have to be careful of. This is just a very generic, basic type of filter. It's just going to keep you from getting some kind of waterborne disease or whatever, not disease, but some waterborne issue that's going to give you the squirts and probably dehydrate you. So this says it filters up to 1,000 liters of water per Life Straw, which is good. Removes up to 99.9999% of waterborne bacteria and 99.9% of waterborne protozoan cysts. Yeah, it doesn't sound very tasty, so that's a good thing, I suppose. Reduces turbidity by filtering particles of approximately 0.2 microns, and this contains no chemicals. So that's that. I have obviously this one around my head. It comes with a cheesy little lanyard thing. You could replace that if you want to, or you can just pop it off. It's got these little like C-clips. Pops right off. You don't want to use that. And basically it's just a big straw. I'll give you a closer shot here. Not really much to it. The filtration is all inside. You have a little cap. Pop the cap. You'll be sipping from here, and on the bottom this is closed up. Pop that open. You can see the screen. And we're going to dunk this in water and drink through the top. When you're all done, you have to blow through to basically remove any residual water so it doesn't sit in there stagnant, as well as so it doesn't clog. So my plan was, since it's been raining a lot lately, you can see in the background it's crappy, dreary, drizzly, just rainy crap day. It's been like that for the last 2 days. So my plan was to come outside and go find a puddle and get on the ground and drink from a puddle. But just so happens Gus's outside bowl was left like this, as I usually keep them upside down so it doesn't fill with water, but this one did fill with rainwater. So that makes this little purpose a little easier. Now there's crap floating in here, there's pollen in here from the trees, there's dead bugs, all kinds of nasty crap. The purpose of this, because I'm not going to be able to prove whether it's actually filtering anything, the reason I'm making this video is basically just giving you an idea of what it may taste like. Is it going to taste like chemically? Is it going to taste, is it going to be like a weird thing going on here? Is it going to taste like beautiful, delicious spring water? I have no idea. Never did this before. That's why I'm doing it right now. So, from a dog bowl, just because it's convenient, and it's very dirty. There's all kinds of crap in there. It's just rainwater mixed with woods debris, I suppose. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to take a few sips and spit out the initial sips, just so you can see that I'm actually, pulling water through. I'm not just like faking it. I don't see the point in that, faking something like this anyway, but just so you can see that. And that's it. So bottom's off, just gonna dunk that in there, take a sip. Taking a few of them, like I said, just kind of spitting it out. Then I'll swallow some and tell you what I think. I'm drawing a lot of air in. It's the easy way to say it, so you don't get all the stupid comments. And as I'm drawing air in, it's very hard so far to get enough suction to get the water to climb up all the way through. So I don't know if once it starts flowing it gets easier, but that's what's going on so far. He spits. Really funny. You guys are just hilarious. Okay, so once it goes all the way through, it should be easier to get the water. It doesn't take a whole lot of suction once you get it going to continue to, pull it through the filter. I guess initially it just kind of has to climb through. I mean, it's fairly wide. This is a hard, difficult video to make with a very immature, some of you, a very immature audience. Anyway, moving on for the adults. Here we go. I'm going to try some of this. Well, it has a very unique flavor. I can tell you exactly what it tastes like. It tastes like pool water. I taste just a little bit of chlorine. I taste that plasticky, the way plastic smells. If you drink from like a brand new cheap water bottle, like a thermos or yeah, just like an Nalgene bottle of some kind, but something like cheap one, you get from a cheap store or something, that plasticky taste. Or if like you happen to leave water in like a Nalgene bottle like all day, sun beating on it and stuff, you get that flavor of the plastic. That's what it tastes like, plasticky pool water. Doesn't taste, there's no aftertaste whatsoever. Seems refreshing. I mean, if I haven't had water in 2 days, I'm sure this would be absolutely delicious. But since I have fresh water inside, this is just kind of eh. And I'm getting totally attacked by the mosquitoes. Yeah, tastes like pool water. So there you go. That's what you can expect, pool water flavor. So when you're all done, you want to blow out the residual water out of here. It's a lot in there. There we go. So that's what to expect, I suppose, from the Life Straw. So that's pretty much the gist of a Life Straw and what to expect. Right when you think you've seen everything on the internet, it's only begun. Today you've just watched a random man drink water out of a dog bowl with a plastic straw. A very large, fat plastic straw. So, in theory, this is a fantastic thing to have. It would be great, it would behoove you if you're starting a bob or something, or some kind of emergency kit, or doing any kind of like light prepping and you haven't considered any kind of filtration systems yet. I would recommend something that would work on a larger scale. If you're providing for an entire family, or if you have an idea set or some kind of plan set where you're going to be in a large group, maybe a couple neighbors, families together, so you kind of, that's maybe a topic for a future video. There's two kinds of people, two kinds of mindsets, I should say, with prepping. I know half the people out there, if something really goes down, they want to just have just their family. That's it. Like, secluded from the world. Here's what I've stored. Here's my rations. Here's my plan for my family only. If you're not my family, screw you. See you later. Or the other mentality is the groupthink. And the groupthink in this case would be, hey, you know what? Let's have a collective. My family stored this, and I know this guy, his family stored that. So if we have 15 families get together, that would be 15 families worth of people who can work, start fires, collect wood, maybe who have stored a lot more things, ammo, you know, food prep, stuff like that. So 2 different ways to go about it. Anyway, point being, if you have not considered any kind of water filtration system, I would definitely look into these. Even if you just got a dozen of them just to have, you know, or let's just even 10. You know, you can filter 10,000 liters according to their specs. Let's say they're, you know, like a lot of companies, they may overestimate what the capabilities of the product are to pitch it. What if it was half that? That's fine. So you get 20 of these things. It's not going to cost you that much money, and you'd be able to filter at least, you know, 10,000 liters. So that's a lot of water. Just a thought, a consideration. But whether you go with something like this or something different, if you do prep, really consider how you're going to supply water for you and your family. Not just drinking water, hygiene, you know, to bathe yourself, to wash things around you. You're going to need water to maybe, you know, clean out different types of wounds. Trust me, if you think about how much we actually use water throughout our day, there's a lot of it, and we go through a lot of it. So something to really consider and something to think about. So that's all. Just want to give you a little demo. I might do a separate review on this just to give you more specifics on it. If not, I may put it in the description box, or I may annotate it in at the end of the video. But that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much more to talk about in an actual review. So, who knows? Maybe this is a review. Depends on what the title is, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for watching me drink water out of a dog bowl. Appreciate your time for that. And hopefully this sparked the thought, at least, in supplying yourself and your family with water in case of emergency. That's the purpose. So, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care.